Mr. Saunders, can you please introduce yourself to the court?
My name is Robert Saunders.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm the assistant store manager with the Bass Pro Shops in Concord.
Now, do you know Joshua Wallace?
Oh yeah, I've known him since high school. I played football with his older brother in school. We're acquaintances, but we're not terribly close.
And when did you last see Joshua Wallace?
I saw him on July 19th last year. He came in to the Bass Pro looking for a job. He came in towards closing time, and I was telling him that I wasn't able to help him out right then, but I told him that I could help him with his paperwork or do a mock interview for him, because I felt bad.
So, what did you end up doing?
I set up a time to meet with him at the Three Monkeys bar to do kind of like a mock interview and just talk things out.
And did you actually end up meeting with him that night?
Yes, it took me a little while to finish up at the store, but we did meet up later that night at the Three Monkeys.
And what did you do during this meeting?
We just kind of talked about getting him a job, and we also just talked about random things, like his dog. I remember we both have German Shepherds, so we both really love our dogs.
How long did you stay at Three Monkeys?
We stayed just until closing time, around 2 a.m. I left when the bar started asking people for last call.
And did Josh leave with you?
He was still there when I left, so I asked him if he needed a ride.
Did he take you up on that?
No, he said he didn't need one, and that he's going to walk home.
Was this unusual?
Not really. He'd walked to the store earlier, and it was a nice night. He seemed to really enjoy walking around the area. It's pretty pedestrian friendly.
Now, have you ever spent any time with Josh and Miss Eganbrot?
Yes.
And have you met Miss Eganbrot's ex-husband?
Chad?
Yes.
Yes, I met Chad.
And how do you know Chad?
I just kind of know him from him hanging around with Megan and just from that crew.
Do you know Chad in any other capacity?
Oh yeah, we did work together as well.
What was it like working with Chad?
He was a terrible employee. He had a real bad temper, and whenever he was drinking, it was really bad.
And did you end up working with Chad for a while?
Well, he ended up getting fired because of his temper. Got the best of him, even at work, and that's why they had to let him go.
Now, what do you know about Megan Eganbrot and Chad's relationship?
I just know that they're divorced now.
Speculation.
Overruled.
Yeah, I know they're divorced now. I know he's Tamara's father.
Do you know why they were divorced?
Yeah, because he used to beat her. I saw it firsthand.
What happened that day? Or what did you witness?
Well, I saw Megan and Chad arguing outside, and all of a sudden Chad just punched Megan.
What happened when Chad punched her?
It must have been a solid punch because she fell straight to the ground.
What, if anything, did Josh Wallace do at that time?
Well, he ran up to confront Chad, but Megan begged him to stay inside and leave it alone.
And did he leave it alone?
Yeah, he left it alone, but he told Megan that if Chad ever put his hands on her again, it would be the last time. He was very protective of her.
And how did Miss Eganbrot appear after this happened?
She was visibly shaken, scared.
Now, let's return to Josh a little bit. Have you ever seen Josh and Megan interact?
Yes.
Have you ever seen any violence between the two of them?
I have not.
Have you ever seen him threaten her?
No.
Have you ever seen him hit her?
I have not.
Have you ever heard him speak badly about her?
No.
And did he do anything to indicate to you that he would hurt her?
No.
And did he say or do anything that night that indicated he was angry at all?
No, he never even talked about their relationship. He was just focusing on trying to get a job.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Saunders. No further questions at this time.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Saunders, you testified a moment ago that you know the defendant since high school, correct?
That's correct.
You've known him for over 20 years?
Yes.
Now, the story you just told your lawyer is that you saw the defendant on July 20th, correct?
Yeah, I was with him.
Specifically, you claim you saw him at the Three Monkeys bar.
That's right.
You spent time with the defendant there.
I did.
That you were drinking alcohol with the defendant.
Yes.
That you talked about the defendant's family.
Yeah, we did.
You said that night it was the first time that you learned that the defendant had family in the area.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's not true.
Yeah, it is.
Prior to that night, you had spent time with the defendant's family.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You had spent time with Megan Eigenbrot and the defendant.
That's correct.
This was at their home.
Correct.
That night, you claimed the defendant told you he was having problems with a woman that he was in a relationship with, correct?
That's right.
And at that point, the defendant left.
He did.
But you can't tell us what time.
I know it was right around closing time, so 2 o'clock.
You can't tell us where the defendant went after he left the bar.
No, I can't.
After that night, you never saw the defendant again.
That's right.
Now, on July 21st, the day after Tamara's murder, you went to the police and told them the story that you're telling here today, correct?
It wasn't that night, no.
You waited 3 months to go to the police, correct?
That's right. I thought they were going to come to me sooner, but they didn't.
More than 3 months afterwards, you finally went to the police, correct?
That's right.
One second, Your Honor. May I have a moment?
Yes.
I'm showing what has been marked as Exhibit 4 to opposing counsel. May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Show you what's been marked as Exhibit 4. What is this document?
This looks like a transcript of the statement I gave.
And what type of information? You gave them information, correct?
I did.
Your address
That's right.
and your telephone number.
That's right.
At that point, the police did not come to you, correct?
They did not.
They did not come to your home and question you?
No, they didn't.
Instead, you went to the police station, correct?
Yep.
And you told them the story because you wanted to help your friend?
That's right.
3 months later.
Yes.
No further questions at this time, Your Honor.
All right, any redirect?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, witness may step down.
This time, the defense calls Michael A. Pennington.
All right,